Hello everyone. Long time no see, in the flesh at least. Don't think I've streamed since Shopping Spree came out? Whenever that was, like a lifetime ago? It's a really good song, like, in isolation. You don't have to play the heist at the same time. Kidding, kidding. Positivity. I've just realised that the title is like straight up wrong. It should be cheer up, comma, Kknowley. Because otherwise it just sounds like I'm asking you guys to come in here and cheer me up. But I mean, that's alright, eh? The worst thing about the update is that your mods don't work and you have to listen to the capo again. I never stopped. I listen to the capo every morning as like a sort of, you know, martial artist sit under a waterfall. I listen to the capo. If you can fight off the PTSD from like launch day, you're stronger for it. No, I'm just bad at punctuating. Although commas in YouTube titles always seem weird. I got the endorphins in me today. I feel good. I don't. I sound tired. Let's switch so you can see if I look tired. Where the hell's Payday 3? I've launched it. It ain't there. Hey, mate. I'm glad you enjoy my videos. What's been happening? Not a lot. Not a lot. Although, the monthly cadence seems alright. No worries, Keezy. No worries. If it was a worry, I'd be nagging you, but you're absolutely fine. The humble and ever useful semicolon. See, people just won't talk to me at work when I start speaking like that. Sometimes I use like hyphens when I type to people. Just I don't know, force a habit. But using hyphens when you type to people is a terrible idea because it just makes you look like whatever you just typed was written by AI, which we don't want that now, do we? Oh, why is Payday 3 not showing up? We might have to play something else, everyone. What is this if not Payday 3? Wait, what? Oh, is that... Why is the, like... For some reason, I think, like, the Firelight extension that's launching it has changed. Yeah, I got my music down volume real low. Storybook Hawk, yes. I saw your comment today. That kind of dedication to get your mask in the game. I appreciate it. I mean, it's just the original skull mask, right, from Payday 2, but still pretty funny. I rate that dedication. No, it's functioning, everyone. It's functioning. What am I going to do today? I don't know. I thought what I might do is play and try and find the most broken build at the moment, since they nerfed some of the previously broken stuff that I covered. Obviously, head games is still okay. It's not like it's a bad skill, but it's a little bit more trouble than it's worth unless you're sniping. The snipe is legitimately good right now. Like, probably a top 5 weapon might be unfair because the shotguns are still so dominant, but like top 10? How many weapons are there in the game? Does that even put it in the top half? I can't remember. Sentry's got nerfed as well. Not that I think they were that meta, because I just think people don't like messing around with them. You use a sniper if it had close range sights. Yeah, I don't really understand why they never like dropped an ACOG on it. Attachments in general in Payday 3 are weird. Like they definitely should have gone a little bit crazier in making lots of attachments universal. I think that would make a big difference quite quickly. So yeah, this feels like a pretty. I'm not feeling RoboQuest today, guys. I'm feeling Piss Dallas. Why does Houston and Piss Dallas just look right? Let's rock and roll. Thank you, Stelio. I appreciate it. Is there a 1.8 times scope on the sniper? I can't remember. I think I pretty much only ever ran it with. Oh, I don't have it equipped because it's on the bloody test build. They killed Spearfish for some reason. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they do have the line sight. That's pretty much an ACOG. That's probably all right actually. I mean, the only reason you had to run it with what's the viewpoint like? Oh, it does have an ACOG. What am I talking about? It's got the viewpoint on it. Maybe we'll run that a little bit later. I don't know. The sniper's kind of legit now. Yeah. When I'm playing on the part of the build, it kind of throws me for a loop. You'd like no sights, like pure iron sights. Took ages for us to get that in Payday 2, I think. A full build list overview, like in Payday 2, where I can see all your ideas on a list. I mean, I went kind of crazy with the Payday 3 Skills 2.0 builds. They're there in that playlist. Unfortunately, 3 or 4 of those have been changed quite drastically now. So, whilst they probably were okay, I don't know. I think the fact it's so hard to reach Bastion now stings a lot of builds. Let's run frags though. I feel like blowing everything up, and they're just so dominant right now. Frags just got buffed whilst everything else got nerfed. I'm still trying to work out if you need to run the ammo bag, if you want to run the ammo bag. Oh, what do we want to play? What do we want to play? This is sometimes the problem. You know what? First World Bank called out to me. Do people want to queue with me? By the way, if not, I'll just play public. And if people do, and I don't have them as a friend, just check me a friend request. One of the nice things about Godforsaken Nebula is, look at this, man. Everyone's here. Glass of whiskey. Ooh. Sounds lovely. Enjoy your Saturday night. I'm not queuing. Okay, spread. Understood. Is this game worth getting? I was tempted to buy it when it was on sale. I would say only buy it on sale because we don't know what its long-term future's like. I mean, I'm fundamentally worried about the long-term future of the parent company, right? So I'm not about to turn around and say, yes, on it, buy this game. I just think it would be super disingenuous. Yeah, like you look at the high selection screen and absolutely none of them call out to you, do they? I feel like it might be a bit different for a stealth player. Tactical Shock, hell yeah. Now see, this is a Payday 3 gamer. Did shotguns get nerfed? No, shotguns were untouched. They're still probably the best weapons across the board. AR's got buffed though. AR's got quite nice buffs. They were not in a good place, and now they're in an okay place. They're pretty much in the middle. What, stealth players? Point taken, point taken. Solid, let's do it. 2-man. This is the state. This is the state where we're in player number wise, guys. Two-man, one heist. That is my favorite video on the hub. Did all your keys get reset? Also, have my graphics settings been reset? Why does... I'm not messing with it now. We ain't doing that. Also, what is my sensitivity? let's just not play around. What's up, Zach? Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Tactical Shark. I see the tactical plays. I got 11 frag grenades, man. I gotta use them. I hope you understand. Dear Lord. They have guns. I heard they messed up this thing's reload animation. What about it? Do people not like? I gotta say, like, I'm not the person to go to talk about animations. I can say, like, overall game feel might be better, might be worse. I just like clicking on people, man. And recently, I've been struggling to click on people because I changed my mouse. So I've been using the Razer Chroma, Death Adder Chroma, for like my entire adult life, and you stopped being able to buy that shit. So my mouse that I bought in 2021 died, and I was distraught, as you can imagine. And so I tried a few of the mice, and I just can't. They don't feel the same, and it's basically because of the underside of them, right? Like it's I can duplicate the sensitivity, but I can't get the like mouse feel right.
On the ground, asshole. Do it.
Where'd my bag go? Like came out of me. But I finally found them. I finally found a few more chromas on sale. And in about 2 weeks' time, I'll be able to hit my shots again. Probably. No promises, actually. I'm kind of washed. But I was getting absolutely ribbed for my lack of accuracy on my most recent video, and I was like, it's not my fault. The animations look lower quality, but why would they do that? I understand them changing some of the like turning animations to smooth them out, things like that. But why would they change? And like, bear in mind, the guys that made all these animations you all know and love, they're all long gone. They're no longer working on Payday 3, so they're kind of limited in that sense, right? Hello, Inspector Jeffrey. How do you like P2P? I must confess, I didn't hop on when the beta was active. So I don't know how it feels. I played all the elements of the update before it came out, obviously. Some of the things like the lockpicking minigame, although I'm still ass at that. But I did not play the P2P beta. As I understand it, it just runs better on most people's experience is superior. You don't get those massive server stutters. This game just looks wrong for some reason, but I think maybe that's a me problem. Yeah, Giku. I mean, I think I understand what they were getting at with that. My understanding is it's now actually scaling. So now it'll be doing more for you the more total armor you have, right? Why do you sound like that, Houston? When did you start sounding like that, mate? I need to chill out for 10 seconds. Hang on. The concept behind this build is that you build up so much like sociopath that it doesn't matter. You can just go into sociopath sicko mode and totally avoid the incredibly lengthy regen timer on your 4-plate Payday 2 arm. Curious to see how many people play on Payday 3 on all platforms combined. I don't personally buy into this idea that it's like a big console hit. Although I think being able to see numbers is a poison chalice in and of itself, right? I'm a prospective Payday 3 PC player, and I see that like no one's playing the bloody game. I'm like, stop that. I ain't turning that on today. Whereas console players, you know, they just wouldn't tend to bother checking the Steam charts, would they? So that self-fulfilling prophecy doesn't play out. I wonder how many civs that killed. At least 2. More than 2 people are playing on all platforms. Thank you, Sprin. That's cheering to hear. See, I know for a fact that there was a new AK reload animation that was in one of the playtests at some point that we just never saw. And I don't believe it's the same one as the one we got in here. Big fan of this. Didn't know I was playing Resident Evil Requiem. Spooky colors. I'm like hardly built around the Pursuit, and this thing's still just wreck shop. I think because I can't really comment on whether I think the animations are top quality or who the shit did that kill. Yeah, because of that. All I can say is, like, guys, I feel like you're wasting your time on something that was not particularly hotly demanded. And my main worry right now, as far as the game is concerned, is that they don't have any time. Like, there might be a world in which, if we were to stop time, they could put Payday 3 in a state that people would really want to play it. But time is just not on their side in terms of the current financial situation. Oh yeah, looking good, Thermite. But interaction animations are like costly and time consuming to add. And like I said, a lot of the team that worked on those originally are gone. You are going to see a lot of work that's being made by interns. And I don't necessarily have a problem with that. Interns can do great work. Fun fact, the guy who made the Payday 3 trailer, the launch trailer, for example, was an intern at the time. Like, interns do a lot of great unpaid labor in Sweden. Did you know they don't have to pay them? Sorry, brother. What's the habit? Yeah, so it's not a big surprise that that's the case. But it does look like a lot of these guys are being hired full-time, but obviously on a lower salary than many of the people they've let go. Now, I'm not pro layoffs, but I've also seen, like, the overall Payday or Starbreeze cost base, and it looks bad. But huh. He lived. In a lucky heister pack to save the game, Napster, you got to get that one in writing. AK can make this happen. Guess I'm just gonna chuck some grenades. Keep it real simple. Sorry, everyone. I hope you didn't want to also interact with the cops. I got nades to throw. Like, this is insanely... It is insanely sustainable, right? Also, the pursuit's sicko mode. Remember who you are, frag civs. Yeah, I think I'm getting to the double digits. But like, imagine you're fresh out of uni. This is your first job, and you've been thrown into like the dumpster fire that is Payday 3. So I got a hell of a lot of respect for them. Just jumping into it. Yeah, it's kind of my fault. I think like low key, I think this build's totally busted. I don't think this is a spawn problem. I think they don't understand that the frag build might be top 2 or 3 build in the game. And they just buff frag grenades, so classic. I mean, I had these around the time that Payday 3 was like late in development, and I was getting to go to these just cool things, talk to game devs about their jobs. I was like, this is like a dream industry, man. I'm so passionate about what these guys are doing, and I love it. I absolutely adore it. I would love to work in this industry in some capacity. Obviously, I don't have any technical understanding. Basically, all I have is financial understanding. But like working in an industry that is creative, even if you're a finance guy, it can be more fulfilling, I imagine. But oh my god. In the last like 4 years, it's become the most unstable industry out there. This is great. I'm going to play this build forever because I straight up do not have to think about the video game I'm playing, which is ideal for just, you know, riffing with chat. And let's be honest, this is why we stream. I mean, indie is the only thing making money right now. It's certainly the only thing that seems to be making waves in the industry. Look at all the big releases in the past few years. But then, understandably, your indie hit takes off. You get offered big money from China through Tencent, and then you're in deep. This build has disengage. Ooh. Lucky boy. Yeah, this build kind of has everything because it doesn't need to spec into that many damage skills. Howdy, Simon. I haven't seen my stream notified on the Payday Discord. I don't think I've ever had that set up. I don't think I've ever opened myself up to that one. In general, I don't really advertise my stuff because like I already chomped through a lot of space in this in this Payday space. I'd much rather people who are doing new, exciting, and interesting things get their stuff in the spotlight. Not just me chewing on scenery all the time. Now, hang about. Oh, he's dead. Get that guy out of here. Ah, it's your pistol dozer killing build. I love this. Actually, one of my favorite additions in the shopping spree update was this build. Everyone watched Tactical Shots video on it. It's really good. Oops. For some reason I thought I had to take these bags I thought I was playing Payday 2, guys. I'm deep into a Payday 2 challenge run, so forgive me. As we call that first world bank muscle memory. I mean, look at this. These grenades really don't hurt. Also, I'm immune because they broke my plate. Just very, very strong. This is the first time I played it with people online. You love it, Chains. Are you going to edit that challenge run, or will I? I've kind of got it, like... I'm trying something new with this one, where I've taken notes actively, verbally, as I'm playing. So I got to try and see if that works first. And then, that can smooth our entire editing process. It was a Josh Stripe Hayes tip for how he does his MMO series. He's basically just like constantly monologuing with himself. And then you go through and either scrape it yourself or get some AI to scrape it. So you're picking up all the things he said. This build's good, isn't it? You alright, mate? He's just like shell-shocked. You can properly throw the grenades at your feet now, and it's pretty chill. Oh, that was not the button I want to press. Oh well. I'm out of here! How are we feeling about these new sociopath animations? They are a step up. I didn't think they needed to do it at all. I thought sociopath felt pretty good already, but... Anyway, this is the idea of like the sociopath overkill weapon. Basically allows me to get my 4-plate back whenever I need to. This feels like veteran God of World at War levels of grenades. Classic reference there. It was just like straight up bugged, right? Yeah, see, this build's sick. Fixing the ECM jammers, so they worked on bulldozers, was just cool. Well, that's also a classic. Yeah, I mean, most of my concern at this point is that until they start finding a really serious revenue source, the company's on a timer. Look at the amount of cash they have in reserve. You see them talk about the non-interest-bearing loans, right? So they did have some serious interest-bearing loans during the reconstruction period. That's basically stuff they paid off with Payday 2 launch money, Payday 3 launch money, I mean, and the success of Payday 2 towards the end of the revival era. Obviously, one approach they could take is to take on more interest-bearing loans. Most companies, you know, that's not meant to be in my arm. Most companies are driven by loans anyway. It's not like it's unusual. I don't know whether Starbreeze, as a result of going through reconstruction, are limited in the sorts of things they can do as far as that's concerned. But, you know, we're hitting a point where that's something they genuinely need to start considering because the losses they're making are not sustainable. And it's not like they're just making losses in financial terms because of amortizing for Payday 3 or for... I'll just keep queuing up, Tactical Shirt. Thanks for the ECM carry, though. But yeah, it's not just from a weird accounting point of view because of Baxter they're making losses. They're making like, actual operating losses, which is why I'm like, something needs to change very quickly, and I'm hoping, and it seems like from the video, that in March and April we will have some really substantial updates, and we just have to see how people react to that, right? Let's touch the sky. I'm feeling it. I'm also just going to queue public because we want full lobbies. I got nice drip. Hell yeah, brother. No dozer ambush. Well, we did actually get the dozer ambush upstairs. The reason it doesn't play out, and the reason it plays out more now, is because if the dozer's already spawned in, they can't spawn again. They can't overcap dozer spawns, which they can do in Payday 2, and I actually think that would be an easy change and like a reasonably fun change. It used to be bugged in Payday 2. You used to have like up to 8 dozer spawns, and it was a joke. But 4 dozer spawns, which you'll see I get quite a lot on my challenge runs, where 2 fixed spawns happen alongside the 2 potential spawns, that can just be chaotic, and I like it. Scripted spawns need to happen, but also the overarching spawns in Payday 3 need to be less scripted, in my opinion. That's one of my like really major issues. We got a level 10 on the team. Let's go. He's going to love every minute of this. Arafat, let's get in there. I'll bring a zipline bag. Where did my chat go? Come back, chat. Made Taylor pack would save the game, trust. Guys were clowning on me for saying a cosmetic pack. I meant specifically the Made Taylor pack. Zipline bag in the big 26. Yeah, sorry. We can't secure loot in the zipline bag spot anymore. Game's ruined. Level 10, still watching intros. Respect. He's level 10. Let him see. Default Dallas, like he's the guy from the meme, but I dread to think he wanted the stealth. Oh, brother, I'm sorry. This heist's a nightmare in stealth. We saved you from yourself. When am I dropping the only... What am I doing? When am I dropping the OnlyFans to fund Payday? The Kknowley fans. I mean, I think... really, that shouldn't be my responsibility, right? Like, AK needs to put his money where his mouth is and take his pants off. Don't clip that. I do remember the achievement run on here. I also, during the first and only Payday 3 April Fool's Day video, had that challenge where it was like, grief me as much as possible on the wheel. That was a good one. That was on this heist. You're right, Chainspot. Chains, thank you. I don't know where all these spawn yet. These little circle avoiding Ujis. Here we go. Clip that, clip that. I'm sure he wouldn't be offended.
That should do it. The vault is somewhere in the bedroom. Look around for a hidden panel.
Yeah, I mean, I do think, and this is not anyone else's responsibility to get involved with. You don't have to not play Payday 3 because Kknowley's worried about the company. But I have to keep it in mind because, you know, this is a pretty important revenue stream for me. Rent's due and all that. Come on. Classic Kknowley video. Rent's due. I have to keep it in mind. And I do think it's sometimes worth sharing because that's often where my perspective is coming from, right? I'm absolutely gutted that there was no peer-to-peer. I'm gutted they're already falling behind on their schedule. And that's because I'm really worried about where it's going to leave the company in 6 to 12 months' time. But like I say, it's not your responsibility to be worried about it. God, the Pursuivant absolutely mollywops. Take that! Oh, still really doesn't do much damage, even after the buffs. I mean, at this point, I don't have any issues with senior leadership and how they've approached things in like recent months or anything. They weren't the senior leadership who put us in this situation. I think AK does himself no favors because he doesn't have his finger on the pulse in terms of how people feel about AI. But no one does in these workplaces. I'm telling you, man, it's just how it is. The internet, especially like the creative side of the internet, perceives AI very differently to like the modern workplace. AK just thinks it's neat. I'm telling you. Keeping Mats is unhinged. I mean, I don't know what Mats is doing in his day-to-day, you know? He's got my background. He's a finance guy. In fact, I think he was a auditor previously, which is not what I do, but it's not a million miles away. So, and he might be doing a fine job managing the finances they do have. I don't think he did a great job as a CEO, but I don't think he ever had any expectations that he would retain that position as CEO, so... This build does have issues against snipers. Yeah, see? Oh no, I'm low on armor. Better whip my bat out. Where are the baddies? Oh, proper drive-by. Yeah, they got the impact right on this. I wish you could still throw grenades whilst you have the bat out. That would be an insane buff to jacket mode. This is like this guy's first experience of Payday 3, and he's just watching some lunatic whacking everyone with a baseball bat. That shield! Did you see him? He's got no health! He like fell to the ground and then stood back up! Huh. Surprised anyone's still playing this game? My boy level 10 Dallas is. Don't put him down. I mean, my major fear with this last update is that it wouldn't draw anyone in, but look who's laughing now. I can't believe Mason Laurent is still alive. With my build and the way I'm playing. Also, I've gone totally, like, grenade positive at this point. No need to chuck down the ammo bags. I don't know, though. Like, is there any point bringing another type of bag? You could run medic bags? Sentry guns? I don't know why you wouldn't run this armor setup with grenades. Because you know you're going to be damaging yourself. Check there's a number. Or don't trust me. I mean, what do people in chat think they need to do to bring people back? More heists? Change the heists we have? What would be the highest impact thing? I was having a conversation about it earlier today, and I was like, I'm not entirely sure. I could put it down to just one thing that they could do in a timely manner. So I do not have all the answers. Yeah, I mean, I get frustrated by all the concept masks and things. Like, you got all these concepts. What's it going to take you, really, to put them all together and release them like you did with Mask of the Weeks briefly? Remember when that was a thing? You know, it's always been the case with Payday 3 that it's like, pick one, guys, and then say thank you. And then kiss my feet. Freaky ass devs. He's alive. Oh, big collateral. But yeah, grenades get you so much progress towards your next overkill weapon that you can... Oh! We got sniped. I was about to say you can just chain them together, but look who's laughing now. Not me. Here we go. Here's my boy. Oh, what the hell? I just pulled out my bat and cancelled it. Okay. Time to hide in the corner. My generic name? Yeah, to a certain extent, I agree. Right. I wish that wasn't the way I felt, but sadly, I do think it's... Rock and a hard place, though, right? Because what does the studio do? This is the product they have. It's the cheapest thing for them to develop. Creating a new product will be immensely expensive. But can you even afford to cut your losses at this point? I have no idea. And then obviously Payday 2 is doing very well, but is that ever going to make the kind of money you need to support the company again? I don't think it's going to do that. even if it goes a long way to doing that. Long term, we need them to reconsider their content releases, pricing, scale, narrative. I think you're going to see that based on the things AK has said. I think they're going to pull the trigger on MTX, to be honest. If you want my hot take, I think that's going to happen, and however it is perceived, we will wait and see. But the modern games industry really doesn't do well in separating out its player base. Lucky's crashing out on Twitter. I think that's what the platform's for. I'm holding it all in, though. Yeah, I did not need to drop a single ammo bag. Oh, it's recording the stream, that's why. No wonder it wasn't running that well. It's also recording to a file type called Rock-A. What happens if I delete this midstream? Let's find out. Okay, nothing broke. Okay, good. The game will probably run better now. Look at this shit, man. Total kills. I'm just ruining everyone else's time, but it's so good for streaming. Blue Sky's where it's at. I cannot afford to pick up another form of social media. I'm on the verge of a crash out already. I think YouTube, Reddit, and Twitter is like the trifecta, and I ain't going past that. That's 99 bucks it. See how this build deals with. I mean, snipers are its problem. So, Demo Man TF2R build, yeah, pretty much. He doesn't have a, like, scatter grenade weapon, though, does he? I'm just keeping my head down. I got the message from him before Christmas. I totally get it. We will just get on with our respective lives, and that's fine. I've not seen Iron Lung. You know, I don't know when the last time I've been to the cinema was. I saw Oppie. I saw Oppenheimer in Leicester Square. I think I saw June 2 after that. But no. I don't know what else. Oh, hang on. Additional explosives. Gotta test this out. Oh, hello, Marcus. Yeah, Virtual Sinner, I totally agree. I actually think you touched on a really good point, and I felt this with Shopping Spree. Sorry, guys, I've got some Haribo here, and I need some sugar. There's a really cool objective in that heist where you can kidnap the mafiosa, the Palatucci boss, who's still out for you. And for some reason, it's a favor instead of just being the core premise of the entire heist. And then you can build in all the loot as much as you want. I mean, look at like a Golden Green Casino. There's so much loot in that heist, but it's totally optional. If you want to interface with it, you'll have a really different experience. But the core objective, I think, has to be something that properly drives a heist. Where it's just running around picking up bags. 9 times out of 10, doesn't. If you think about it, all the very loot-heavy heists since they Payday 2, like a regular bank heist, a big bank, they consolidate all the loot in one place, and the looting, you know, that's the squeeze. Whatever. What really matters is the breaking in. It's the how do we get into this vault, whether that's with the beast or with thermite or the thermal drill. That's the core objective. The loot is secondary, and that turns into its own separate thing. But in Payday 3, 9 times out of 10, all we're doing is running around looking for loot. I mean, this heist is a funny one, right? 99 boxes, notoriously not well liked. But it's totally lacking that like drive and focus. And once upon a time, and especially in stealth, I gotta say, I kind of respect the Wi-Fi circles on this heist in stealth. I've dropped my friend. But no, like, it just doesn't have that wow factor. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. I can't stress enough how bad I am at the new lockpicking minigame. And I'm getting clowned on about it. Ooh! Get this boy on DBD. We need a heist that's about the journey. Exactly, Saw-Runner. Exactly. He's so depressed he's eating gummy bears on stream. That was a gummy bear. Caught. Fried egg is my favourite. Is that a controversial opinion? Oh. Does it near flawlessly? Nah. The Discord's been telling me I'm ass, dude. The DSP of Payday is what I was called. I'm never coming back. If I want to get carried on DBD, I've shown games like Smite to friends so many times, and I've realized you just can't. You just can't. The only way you're ever going to get people into a game is if you're like both equally ass. If you've got that massive skill disparity, the odds of them getting into it super slim. Even if you try and nerf yourself and go easy, like the experience will just be so inauthentic. I truly believe this. It'll put them off for life. TSP with Payday would be unintelligible. I don't know what Unintelligible's gameplay is like. I thought Unintelligible's thing recently was about like how easy it is to cheat in the game and constantly cheating in the game.
We're gonna be best friends.
30 seconds until they hit you. Focus, people.
Do I enjoy stealth? I do sometimes. I enjoy stealth during challenge runs a lot. In my next run, I'm for Payday 2, I'm allowed to stealth, and it's always refreshing by the time I get there. You know. Let's say I'm at the White House. I really enjoy stealthing the first half of that heist. It's pretty satisfying. But I couldn't stealth every heist. And my point has always been that as more content is added to the game, it's almost always focused around loud gameplay. So, like, being a stealth gamer gets... over time, you get rewarded less and less for being a stealth player. And want to make the switch to being a loud player anyway. Anyway, there's going to be lots of booms, because I got the like, additional booms. What the? Boom. Boom. Guys, I'm going to get corner to hide in. This could be a problem. This is... Oh! My savior! They'll never hurt me. Oh, they hurt me. It's so over. This is like the one situation that's doomed. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll just hold out 12 seconds. Ooh! Faster finger first, mate. Ooh. Oh, we're back. Screw you guys. I'm invincible. Kinda. Sod it. We go down with the ship. Don't like that. Custody time. Vibrate for me, Houston. Yeah. This build's kind of ass on 99 boxes, expressly. There's just not enough cover, and it's not like it's lacking cover. It's that spawns kind of catch you from all sides, and it gets really difficult to stay on top of your foreplay. I don't know. I've tried soloing this a few times and had similar issues.
You know what to do. Crack open the container and bag the components.
Well, hey, I was invisible for 4 seconds during that. Invisible? Invincible. You really can see the coyote time difference, to be fair. Oh, if I wish I was there to throw frag grenades. Sometimes you just gotta listen to the 99 Boxes song, you know? Hikari, you are dying. My understanding was the slide jump kind of threw off stealth players, but I could be wrong. Whoa! Okay, Mr. Apex Legends gamer. Okay, Hikari, this looks genuinely sick. Why have I not seen that animation in third person? Please do the running charge. Look at this. That's why he's my goat. Big up Chains and his mega caboose. Anyway. Yeah, I really wish they oh yeah, you go some, man. Oh, you kind of pop off. I hadn't tested out these slide jumps enough, clearly. New Payday 3 movement techs. Now, Boys in Blue Stealth is actually one of the deeper stealth experiences, I thought. Yeah, you know what? I didn't give them enough credit for the movement improvements. Part of the reason for that is the original patch notes we were dealing with were not complete and were full of typos. But that this is a great heist for showing off how good that like slide into jump is. Lovely. Yeah, that feels good. And this has happened a few times, and I've said, like, you gotta make sure, if you're gonna give people either don't give people early access, don't let them do this, or you make sure you give them absolutely everything that's coming in the update, because they're just gonna make mistakes, and it's gonna make the update seem worse than it actually is. But the way Payday 3 is updated, it just seems so messy, like the cycle they have for it. So it's not a surprise that that happens. It's our bulldozer. I hear a bulldozer around here. Yeah, those are kind of fodder. Not gonna lie. Snipers are kind of bastards, aren't they? What? I mean, screw Bastion, I guess. Eat this! And this! That's pretty funny. Alright. On a mad one. Least unwatchable Payday 3 stream. Just how it's meant to look. I'm sorry. Game working as intended. Oop. Who's got spike strip? Oh, tactical shot. My savior has spike strip. Suck your corners. Shit. I need Gray's windows. Where is he? Oh, hang on. This could be an actual problem. Just grab one of these. Coming in hot. Bring in the heat. Payday as it's meant to be played. They'll never understand you. Remember XP farming for weapons here? I remember telling people like probably shouldn't do that. You're already limiting the limited amount of content this game has on offer. Although let's be honest, farming weapon and levels was not really wasn't really content, was it? I mean, I think AK is taking on a proper poison chalice with this Payday role, but he's on a CEO salary, so I mean, no idea what the CEO is paying himself. I just paid for Streamlabs. Good job I'm streaming. Good job they didn't like pull the plug on me mid-stream. I don't know how I feel about any of that. Should I use a different build? I think it's making me like bad at the game. Worse than I already was, kind of bad. Let's Reinfeld it up. I'll use the build I had on... yeah. 3-plate Saboteur, armor skills. How do we handle this, though? This actually just looks pretty much it. Oh, wait, you don't need... Screw it, Escape Artist aced. That's just kind of an ass skill. Do you want the blown smoke grenades? No, because we're 3-plate. Can we get Bastion in this setup? No. No is your answer. What if you only ran... I mean, like, return policy is kind of good on snipers. But, I mean, Bastion is so good. Surely you're going to want to run it like that. And then you could... Nah, it's not going to help you. I don't know, the limiting the having to reload makes a big difference. Yeah, this is necessary, this is necessary. How do I fit it in? Oh my god, Kizu. They're back! The great return. I just don't want to have to deal with cloakers. So, of course, I want Bastion. I guess I'll get rid of armor piercing, whatever. You're no fun. What's a fun heist? I know a fun heist. The heist I've complained about significantly. Where the hell is it? Have they uninstalled shopping spree? There it is. I can do friends only now because we actually have friends queuing. I'm glad I can inspire you to hop on, Kizu. What's my opinion on new reload animations? Yeah, so I was just praising how good the new movement felt. I'm really bad at noticing these things. It's like weapon feel is always really... Love heart, everyone. It's always really intangible to me. So I'm just not the guy to comment on it. It's fine. To me, it was just not the place their resources should be going. But I understand some people say they've literally made it worse. I do feel like it's a little bit of a case of dumbing things down. And I think you'll see this quite a lot. because they're desperately trying to appeal to new players. The old bat animations were kind of shit. I do think the new bat animations are pretty good. I will not be fragging out, guys, so we might actually have a game to play. Let's get stealing Pietro, the good objective. Look at me. Pissed Dallas. Ready for the beach. It's March tomorrow, guys. Here comes spring. Alright, I gotta stop eating these. I promised myself I wouldn't eat any on stream. I got back from the gym and I was like, I need something. Apparently the answer was not a protein shake. It was like half a bag of Star Mix. Not sponsored, by the way.
Guard. No going back now. Time to get going. Fuck me.
Oh, this feels hard. Oh no! My scoped ADS speed feels way too fast.
Zone safe. It could be anywhere.
I really wish it would stop beeping and booping. I also think it was pretty cheeky saying they added a new
Big bad Pietro's
a new mini game for
gotta find a way to drive him out.
opening safes. That's just disingenuous, lads. It's just the old mini game, but marginally bigger.
I can do
Wait, do we actually not have it? No, we don't. All they had to do is keep adding new skill lines. They'd sort of hit the wall with that one though, hadn't they? We didn't get a new skill line after Assassin, and that was like 12 months ago. Treaty? Mason Laurent is back, everybody. He never died. They should have made Edge Grip Rush good. But it was basically one-man system that was made in a short period of time. So it just didn't... Like, no one had the desire to.
Goddamn nader.
Watch out, they've got cloakers.
Alright. Let's see if we can make a montage, guys. Nope. Clip ruined. Uninstalling. Eat that. No collateral? Robbed. What? Robbed? I thought that plant was a dude. Baited. It's weird how you get hit markers upon hitting shields these days. Anyone else think that's funky? Get booped.
Watch the hostages. Rescue units have arrived.
Can't remember at what point we get the one-shot body shots. I definitely just prefer this shit scope. So it was basically just before that. It's at around like 25%. I hope everyone enjoys actually being able to play the game, because I'm not just fragging out everywhere. Yeah, the scope sensitivity on this feels horrible to me.
Sabotage squad rolling in.
Rip. Someone has a shotgun. Whoop. Bunny hop. I can't wait till they add PvP to the game. Was that in the survey? I must confess, to my shame, I didn't do it. I just watched the Safi Abacassis video. My goat. He told me all about it. What the hell? What the hell? This guy sucks. It's just wrong. Wait till I get my mouse back, guys. Then I'll make the montage. Nothing about this feels good. What are you doing up there?
And be ready when they come back.
Couldn't even find the bastard. Fortunately, he decided to whip out his pistol. Safi not releasing a video on update day. I did ask him. Behind the scenes, we got piss all notice on this one. We got it like 2 evenings before it came out. Both of us work full time. So the turnaround time was tight if we wanted a release day video. I don't think releasing on release day is as important as I used to. I gotta get some reps in on this minigame. I gotta go a bit earlier is what I'm telling myself. I do think one of the big failings of Skills 2.0 was the fact they basically gave up on some of the good concepts of Skills 1.0 instead of trying to implement them. Have they reduced Sniper's health, or am I just losing my mind? I still don't have any oxygen. Don't really know why I'm removing that. Should I only play res mod? I like switching between the two. My next challenge run is not on res mod, despite Kizu's advice. But that's because I just chronically don't like listening to other people. I joke, but it's more that I need variety in my life. Wait, oh, I took my grenades off at just the wrong time. I really don't have a great... Yeah, that's kind of depressing. This is why the Tribune is good now.
Sabotage squad on site. Watch out.
You could only buy a single heist in Payday 3. Which one would I recommend? Really depends on your preferred playstyle. If you're a big stealth guy, delivery charge. If you're more of a loud guy, maybe Fear and Greed. Fear and Greed or Boys in Blue. What do people feel about Houston? Yeah, it is Houston. Houston Breakout nowadays. Because I really don't know where I stand on that heist. I think it is okay-ish. Oranges, apples, bananas. The one thing you never thought you'd hear in Payday 3 voice chat. Or not even voice chat. You should turn on BC. Yeah. Isn't that what Howard did? Oh my god, what was the name of that guy? Nuclear? What the hell Nuclear is doing? Because they do not do weekly streams anymore. But Nuclear always showed up. Gotta respect the hustle. Oh yeah, we need the keys. Houston, you're gonna scan every bag in pubs and like it breakout? Yes. I mean, at least, like, during that final charge, there's a lot of cops to shoot. At least it's got that going for it. What the? Yo, they don't know I'm here! No one wants to fight me! Lads, is there any reason you're just not really shooting at me? God damn it, this feels difficult. Genuinely feel like I'm playing an aim trainer right now.
Just don't let your guard down. They'll be back.
What did you get flying so far? Good. Very good, Payday. Good kick though, Cloaker. Gotta respect the man. And then, like, he goddamn teleported over there. Flash stepped your ass.
That's one bag.
How are we fitting this all in here?
6 bags and counting. 7 bags and counting.
I mean, of all the escape vans,
Sending in
it's a pretty funky option, isn't it? Most normal Payday 3 Cloaker. Fortunately, I'm no longer miserable about cloakers because Bastion's in the game and, like, totally eradicates their joie de vivre. Ow.
Safety's off. It's go time.
I took out the sniper.
Snipers on this heist kind of stink, don't they? Pretty problematic dudes. Has anyone got Pietro out?
They won't back down. Jesus. Okay.
My sensitivity's clearly too high. We'll get there in the end. Ooh. I need those one shots to kill to the body. I mean, Payday 2's lore just went kind of sicko mode because of Wordsmith. We don't really have the equivalent of that, and they clearly wanted to keep the game much more grounded in Payday 3. I mean, it didn't have to be this bad, though, did it? I really am a Payday 3 lore hater.
Cops will keep coming for you until you're dead or in custody.
Yeah, if I just had a scope, I'd actually be able to land that shot.
Got armor. Top up.
I just pooped out a smoke grenade. Truly embarrassing. Sorry, my bullets aren't going in that man's head. Where are they going? This I need to know. Ooh, bulldozer. That's like bread and butter now for snipers, believe it or not.
Big ass dozer. A fucking bulldozer. Bulldozer.
That's faceplate gone in 2 shots. Feels pretty good. Just doesn't feel like you can really slide with the scope. I want my intervention style.
This attack wave won't stop until they have you in custody. Get the fuck out of there.
I feel like the lore in Payday 2 has not, sorry, Payday 3 has not been helped by the fact that there's like hardly any heist for them to work with. Yeah, I miss making them, to be honest. At least Safi covered it with full permission to do so. Not like anyone should have should run the gamut on like lore videos. I understand Safi's interest really came from like being able to solve the secret, which clearly just got cancelled, by the way. Right, that's never gonna happen, I'm afraid. No, don't never say never, but it's just happened to me? I just got yanked back.
Sniper! I got the sniper! Sniper down!
Yeah, this is why we need that peer-to-peer, though. I'm assuming I'm not going to be getting that kind of rubber banding. I don't tend to get that in Payday 2. And I've never really been that bothered by the desync, so I know where my preference lies.
I'm having the big gun delivered to you now.
Kill the zapper! Nader!
You tell him.
Sometimes bigger is better.
There goes my damage multiplier.
Cops are not regrouping anymore. They'll keep coming until you're dead or in custody.
They've really made any overkill weapon that isn't the bat kind of ass.
On his head. Lock him in the safe house until the Palatucci's pay up. Let's just make sure we don't leave him alone with Jacket.
Hehehe. Jacket mentioned, part of the law. God, my aim is ass. My screen just briefly went blank. Ignore me. I'm a Skills 2.0 don't suck guy, Fabricate. I disagree with you on that one.
One dead ass
We've taken enough from Pietro to
I ain't making it.
but if you want to steal some more, don't let me stop you.
I think Skills 2.0 was absolutely fine. But the cops make it very difficult. Because the game is like almost impossible for them to balance around it. That's kind of how it feels.
They got a sniper!
But I also think Skills 1.0 were like the worst thing ever concepted, so
Shield is dead!
I may well be biased there. I don't think the game is like should be made for me though. I understand lots of people liked it.
One less shield!
Well, my smoke grenades aren't doing the damage I would like them to be doing. Shit is just very tanky these days.
Get fucking moving, people. The cops are not backing down this time.
God, I miss my frag grenades, guys. You don't understand what you're missing till it's gone. And I understand you could do some really niche, interesting things with Skills 1.0, but you have to appreciate it was incredibly niche. But the vast majority of players were never going to interact with those things. Oh my god. This is a problem. Big problem. Big problem.
Get the fuck out of the Nader! Stay behind me! Putting down armor blades! Big ass dozer! Dozer! Wait! Watch the shield!
We'll push out of here, no problem. I think the problem was every build looked so similar. Now I look back to Payday 2 and every build does actually look kind of similar. And a lot of the variety comes from the perk deck. But I don't see them adding perk decks, so it's not really an outlet for us. Do, do, do.
Over there, sniper! The sniper!
Where are we missing these bags from? So, I don't really know where techies go. Oh, here she is.
Kill the fuck out of the techie!
Assassin was fun. And I mean, at least it's something they tried to hang on to. But then made it pistol only.
It's a fucking dozer!
I do think that's a misunderstanding. You can add pistol skills without tying a universally liked style to only pistols, right? The fact this takes 2 headshots to kill when he's helmetless kind of pisses me off. I feel like the sniper should kill in 3 shots. Am I being greedy? Maybe. I think there's loads of skills in the game that you could open up to being multi-weapon quite easily without like really messing with the balance. Are we still missing a move?
Took care of the native.
I genuinely can't see. I just see lots of rip to shit moves. This is my wet dream, guys. Number 1 moo hater over here.
Time to hustle. The fucking cops won't regroup until
Yeah, not being able to one-shot body shot the heavy cops feels weird because I swear I could on.
Sniper, watch out.
I swear I could when I was playing on the partner version.
There, sniper. I took out the
Yikes.
sniper.
Wait, oh yeah, the big teddy moo can be destroyed. Hey Lilith, all good. Is the moo arc over? I think they're gonna stop selling as moos, guys. I mean, has anyone received their moo yet?
In here. Wasted this act.
Have they put them out? I know I still haven't received the mouse mat, so the jacket one. What are we doing at this point? This heist kind of falls apart and becomes.
let's get out of there for fuck's sake. The cops aren't retreating this time.
I mean, I don't think anyone's been scammed. I'm sure they will send them out eventually, but like, how long should one man wait for one moo? That's a question we should all really ask ourselves. I've guzzled a lot of armor there. Well, I just can't see him. And I could not have a worse build for destroying moos, ironically. Yeah, I like Tactical Shots build very much. I was positive pistol was going to be meta when I first saw that skill set. Hello?
Listen up. Sniper, over there.
That's why those guys have been slipping through those shutters anyway.
This attack wave won't stop until they have you in. Jacket gets fucked up. He's down.
I think... What the hell? I think... I guess he did the rest of my life. I think one of the other issues is there's just not enough weapons in the game. So if you have a really archetypical build system, it's not like there's a huge variety of different, say, pistols we can use that are viable and fun. He loves it.
Setting up overkill delivery.
It's just too much faff for me, like staying on top of my ECM jammer supply. That's the only thing that annoys me about that particular setup. Anyway, why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Sniper. Killed the fucking sniper.
Huh?
Cops are not backing the fuck off anymore. You need to move it. 2 left.
I'm actually on death's door here.
Over there, sniper. Sniper's down.
With no way to heal. Proper Payday gaming.
I'm fucking bleeding here.
Send me to custody, brother. I deserve it. I can't hit a shot.
They got Houston. Get in custody.
Clotheslined.
Bag left.
Joke's on them. Beer break. I don't understand what they're going to do with the fat cops. Like, is it just going to be the security guards? Or are there just going to randomly be overweight cops in the map? And no, Safi, I think that was a joke.
Get fucking moving.
I think they're doing it so people can land their shots. Wow, this is truly some viewing.
Somebody help Hoxton.
Unfortunately, it's foreplay, so 2 seconds of total immunity is always pretty nice. Uh-oh. The world is crumbling. Does a single plate give you your full armor back? Or does it give you all your adaptive back? Not adaptive, whatever the other one's called. Hello, hello everybody, I'm back. It's like I was never away. Eat it, no problem. It was my plan after all. Right, let's get back over there. Back just in time to be kicked in the face. Just how I like it. She's tanky, man. Right. How we doing here? You had to think more in the FSA meta? I mean, foreplate's just crazy. It's the 2 seconds of immunity that was always a terrible idea. But, oh boy B. My cool idea got destroyed. Hey, you shot found it. We're back. Let's skedaddle as a group. Please stop blaming me for adding the 4-plate passive. I didn't do that. I did the opposite. Right, I tried to do the opposite. And they wouldn't let me. Rip. Satan's daughter sucks. I knew it. Throwing. Rude. Oh, my eyes! Most watchable stream once again.
You brought the cops to Noble Galleria. It's the Palatucci's worst nightmare.
Well, I was better with frags, I'm going to be honest, so I'm going to get back into my lane where I don't have to aim. My take is that 4-plate is the only thing that, like, most meta builds should be running. I get the idea of running, like, Pistol Assassin. I think that's kind of neat. And 3-plate's really good on... Like, Smoke Spam feels way worse. Now cops have way more health, unfortunately. But, like, Flashbang Spam's pretty good as well. Like, running this with assault rifles feels quite strong. Yeah, I don't know, like... I'm not as into the 4-plate AR meta now. Because where are you getting your flashbangs from here? Like, just run 3-plate. And then you can probably drop Scavenger and put it in something else. Yeah. I really don't care about hypersensitive, though. I don't know, I don't really know where you put it in otherwise. But Scavenger expressly has negative synergy there, so... Ah, screw it, let's stick with the old setup. Little boys in blue? Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I think Assassin should be separate to pistol skills. You could easily replace that particular skill and still have a cool pistol setup. It always surprised me that they basically took out all gunslinger-related things from the game, you know? All fire from the hip. That was one of my major issues with Skills 1.0, so that might be why. Which was that basically there was a fire from the hip build and a... ADS build. Now that is dumbing it down more than it needs to be. Especially when they added Assassin, there was more variety. I know some people ran like weird, obscure hacker stuff, but you could boil it down to that, and that's probably not good. Yeah, I really do recommend, if you guys are big Payday 3 heads, you watch YouTube _ the Tactical Shark. He's even got a brand. I never did that. That's real YouTube hours. But Fabricate, what else do you do as opposed to stat buffs? Like, how else do you build around archetypes? Obviously, you've got things like Graze or Ricochet for snipers. Payday 2 had things like Trigger Happy for pistols, which is just a stat buff. Shotguns have Overkill. It's very Payday 2 inspired. Just make it like Path of Exile? Hell yeah. That was my face when I saw how that... Excellent aim. My face when I saw how the... it's not Notoriety. What the hell is it called? The other Roblox game. That I played literally like 2 months ago. Because that thing has horrible web-looking trees that look like they're going to be way too much to understand, but they're actually kind of neat. Ah, can't stress enough how ass I am. Ooh, faster minigames. I'm telling you, this isn't the AK animation I've seen before. They had a different one at some point in time. Keys! Time for me to forget I ever found those keys, guys. Apologies for when that inevitably happens. Entry point! Oh my god, thank you. Yeah, I mean, Payday 3 is stuck in between a rock and a hard place there a little bit. There's no point making it too much like Payday 2, but there's also no point, like... One of my problems was always that it felt like they'd unlearned a lot of lessons Payday 2... Shit! I should have known. How else did he get downed? Yeah, unlearned loads of lessons, and then went in way too hard trying to overlearn those lessons. It's a lot of overcorrection, isn't there? That is a confused Cloaker. Nobody from Payday 2 works on Payday 3. That is true. That was almost true even at the time. I wonder what Martin Vern's doing these days. Sir, I'm going to need you to stop touching that civilian. I'm a hero. Hope you boys like flashbacks. I think there's not enough room to perform. Oh my god. Nobody saw that. Literally stood in the middle of the road though. Why would they not allow me to take him as a hostage? Okay, we got him. I fear no longer. They butcher the jackknife and the Tribune. Those are the ones I'm hearing a lot. I was admittedly just using the Tribune and thought it felt kind of fine. So. There you go, brother. He looks so upset. Yeah, I'm just massively over-aiming at everything. Uh-oh. My flashbangs. My beautiful flashbangs.
Watch the shield.
How overly aggressive the AK reload was. I know exactly what you mean by that. Hello. Excellent sniper AI. Wait, how did he get down here? Hang on. I must investigate. Oh, for Christ's sake. Alright, I'm killing him. I did actually, while recording for the video the other day, I got my first hit stun with loot bag on a cloaker. That always feels pretty funny. You should carry a loot bag around at all times just so you can chuck it at the cloaker and interrupt them. Crime boss style.
Winch is back up. Make sure the cops don't mess with it.
The hell? Oh no, he's up there.
Weapon prepped and ready. I'm sending in the big gun.
Youch. The optional objective is bugged and gives no extra reward. Great. It was always one of my favourite things about this heist. That's such a shame.
1084, tactical shield.
Wait, am I? No. Well, I might have been running pistol skills. I'm not.
That's how it's done. Now take a moment to regroup and be ready when they come back.
That is insane range, because that just hit the sniper up top.
Halfway there. Keep it going. Data copied. Grab that flash drive and you're good to go.
Many complaints about piece of shit drills. Understood.
That should bring in some extra cash from Vlad.
Damn. I love that when people thought I voiced one of the jacket voices. When it was just like the most generic British guy ever. It's good to know
Here in 30 seconds.
that you sound generic, you know? Nino, Nino. If only more cops actually showed up in police vans. There's a world outside, you know?
I just got here. Take out the antenna on the van.
Well, it's not here.
The cops have arrived. They don't look happy.
Is stronger than ever.
Too many walls? Nope, not too many walls. Spawn killing these assholes. Where the hell were those shots going? The problem with keeping FBI assaults these days is you're just going to get spawned on by snipers and cloakers. That can only be fun for so long.
The cops are bringing in sabotage specialists. The door is ready to pop.
Just don't feel the revolvers have the impact they used to.
The generator is down. Crank it back up.
Youch. When the assassin worked how it used to.
To jacket. He's down.
It does not. This thing used to be a world beater, but now it's kind of ass. Also, I'm just like in a miasma of hell here. Oh, my hero. You do. The second you interact with an armor bag, you get all your green plates back, so you could very easily run, like... My suggestion would be you run something like Sniper bullet train in my ass. You run 3 plate green, 1 plate blue, armor bags, but like only with plate skills. Like you don't need the full recharge skill. And then you just spam plates when you need a full armor recharge, and then you just got 8 seconds worth of damage immunity. I could try that with the frag build actually. Could be neat. Uh-oh. See, this is what happens when I don't have Bastion. Hello, Grouse. Good to hear from you. Long time no speak. I'm holding. I'm holding. I guess you saw my cry for Hell Pass title. I could, for the longest time, no longer buy my old mouse. So my aim is just perpetually ass now. I'm about to go full Troy Gaming and put in a bloody controller. That's how bad it's getting. I mean, I certainly never used voice chat in the game, but I understood people wanting it. Ammo funnel just kind of feels ass because the pickup's so bad on ARs now. They finally got their way. My beautiful ammo funnel build. Ruined.
Snipes are commonly found. The snipe population decreases.
That's Armorception over there. A rare taser death. Haven't played in a minute. How is it on the other side? Well, what have you been playing, Grouse? You're always up on the current zeitgeist. You bashing through some Resi Evil 9? Maybe a little deadlock. I've had a few deadlock recommendations recently. Ow, my everything. New ammo funnel. Don't start bringing up new ammo funnels. That shit ain't new. That was like 2 years ago. That ain't new. That was a lifetime ago as far as I'm concerned. I ain't ever thinking about that again.
Even the toughest defense has its limits.
Do you wanna drop that? We just edge him with overkill weapons now? Alright, cool, thank you. Much appreciated. Oh yeah, I'm holding my teammates hostage. Classic Kknowley play. I know this one. Trying not to die to a sniper real quick. Yum. Eh. Ah, we're drone edging. I try to stay flexible. Oh, yeah, I've noticed.
If anyone could walk into a police station, get my shit back, it was you, crazy bastards.
Good ammo funnel.
You really
Mio died for this.
plans of those corrupt pig bitches. Ooh,
I still think it was the wrong approach, but I don't have a problem with fast reload skills. I mean, it kind of ended up coming anyway in the first skill of the assault rifle tree. I would love to see the divergent paths. Let's just say no one made a fuss about that at the time. Where would we be now? Payday 3, top seller, top 10 game on Steam, saved by like the tiniest patch. I still regret making a big deal of it. However, I don't think it was ever that much of a big deal. I don't think it would have moved the needle. I'm gonna use frag grenades. It's all I know. I don't have to aim with them. But I'm considering changing up the build slightly. Let's see what happens if we drop all the armor, the ammo skills, hypothetically speaking, and we instead go whatever. Like, this is too good not to have for teammates. What about headguard aced? Could be nice, right? We could run berserker. I don't know. Wait, the only problem I have with this setup now. So I don't want to run it like this. Wait, which one's 4-plate? There we go. It is the mercenary frame. Run it like this. 1 resistant. Go through loads of armor. But get the full heal off it. But then I kind of would also want utility belt, right? Which kind of sucks, actually. My day is ruined. Like, this build's just inferior. Because you need a bunch of points to get to utility belt. Ugh. I hate it. Well, I'm a bad teammate now. I mean, you still can't get there like that, can you? Also, there's no point picking up this. And I need 2 more skill points from somewhere. You see, if that was 2 points, I could get rid. In a heartbeat. That's 1 point. Ooh, maybe get rid of speed loader. Don't necessarily need that. I mean, at this point, we are really messing around. Yay! This build is inferior in every way. Screw it. The hell? That broke briefly. We move.
Who's up to play the stock market?
You find it a little funny that you're the only person on my friends list on Steam who's on Payday 3. I mean, I kind of don't accept people anymore, so I don't think that's indicative of the overall popularity of Payday 3, you know? I have cheered up. Thank you, Azura Ben. I appreciate it. Remove Bastion? No. Won't do that. I genuinely don't think I need Bastion because the frag grenades are so good at interrupting cloakers, but like, it's my safety blanket. You don't understand. I accepted you. We're in a business arrangement. This is big contract stuff. Get on my friends list. I will always appear offline on Steam, so you can't see me playing like Uma Musume Pretty Derby or any other weird game. Don't want to get caught, do I? Gooning aim training confirmed. I mean, I need some aim training. I don't think that gooning is going to help me, though. I should interview the sidetrack guys. They're fantastic. Like they seem to quite enjoy being interviewed, like coming on streams and stuff. So that's a really good idea. It could be fun to do it on stream. Maybe we'll do a Payday 2 one when they release one of the upcoming updates. I say upcoming updates like I know what's coming up. I don't. I just assume that they're so consistent. Why would I not assume there'd be an upcoming update, you know? Can I beat Payday 2 playing one heist for each letter of the alphabet? In the Scout Challenge run from 2 years ago, I mentioned the Payday 3 drinking game challenge that was supposed to be coming soon. Ah, well, stream viewers might remember it. It was all recorded. That did happen. I did it with a lot of the boys who were involved in like Do Time to Get Time, your Marrying Top Hats, your Little Guy G's, your Grousers who was just here. But I was like, I don't want to edit this video. It never happened. Fun time though. Fun time. There's also like terms of service issues with making those sorts of videos. Because Grouse was getting real squiffy by the end. My ego appreciates you not immortalizing it. Yeah, did you reach out to Luke and go like, let's not turn this into a video, man? Please, I beg. Are my Payday 3 builds still viable from a few months ago? Most of them are. Certainly viable. Whether they're still best in slot? Not necessarily. Tell you what, if you want a really good one, try the frag build. Frags are really strong at the moment. But yeah, like the shotgun builds, for example, absolutely fine. Assault rifle build works just fine. I was actually using it just before. SMGs will be fine. Probably got a little bit better, actually. They fixed a few things. I have to admit, I've not been keeping on top of updating the meta builds, mostly because, for once, the changes have been coming through pretty quickly. Which basically means... God, this is so much more effective. Which basically means... Oh, what's happening to my screen? I don't want to spend loads of time making something that's going to change really quickly. That makes sense? Youch. Oh yeah, but it's fine, because I just do that instead. She's here somewhere. I found her, guys! Get demolished, techie. Absolutely destroyed. Send that to the Twitter account. That Miss Techie Twitter account. They will not be happy. Why should Kknowley be cheered up? That's a good question. I've definitely done something to deserve being sad. Probably. Also, Tactical Shark's a bloody legend. He's always in speedrun mode, and I respect it. Drinking, but I'm not playing Payday 3, but in a random bar because I miss her. I've not suffered such relationship tragedy, I'm fortunate enough to say. Although I'm all alone tonight. I have been abandoned for one night only. That's why I need you guys to keep me company. Safi! Oh, thank you! Keep me more than company. Lining my pockets. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. How's it going? I actually didn't notice your name before. There you are. I play Payday 3 the drinking game just to cope. I gotta say, I was reading through your comments earlier, though. A lot of people were a lot more into this update than we were. I respect the eternal optimism they have. Nice kick, lose it. Yes. Yum. And I have 8 seconds of invulnerability again. Yeah, they got to do something about that passive, don't they? Romance 2.0 so I can get a partner. I can only imagine how difficult the dating scene is these days. I'm fortunate to have never like been on any of the apps, but that sounds like a sort of living hell just designed to damage your self-esteem.
Time is running out.
My goat is down? Say it ain't so. Wait, what the hell? I'm immortal. Fear not. Excellent immortality play.
Guess they ran out of cops. Catch your breath, but stay alert.
Deep into RE9 today? Ah, so you're more part of the zeitgeist than Grouse. How's it going? You enjoying it? I'm scared, man. I really want to play it, but I don't have the stomach for it. I'm a goddamn coward. So I love like scary movies and stuff, but when you make me push the buttons, it ain't a good look. That's all I'm saying.
They're coming in 30
Nobody has a good time. And I hear RE9 is decently scary, yeah. Not the Leon sections, yeah, that's more like Action Man mode. I get that. And I'd probably need that catharsis, but I'm petrified. I played 7 for like 2 hours and was shitting myself the entire time. So if it's anything like that, I don't like hiding, right? And I think 7 in the early game has a lot of hiding sections. I don't like those Outlast sections. I watch like Liz sometimes when she's streaming on the Tainted Tally account. She loves horror games, as far as I can tell. But she also seems petrified by them. Like, she kind of reacts like I would. But, like, she still loves them. Whereas, when I'm terrified, that's like, I don't want to do this anymore. So, like, I really respect the hustle.
There it is. Input the code and transfer control. That's a lot of money you just made us. Keep going if you want, or we can move on.
Already finished Resi 9 twice? Bloody hell.
Just like that.
This game is so slow. I mean, this is probably the fastest bloody build I've got, so
We had tucked away
we're really onto a loser on that one.
changes down. No one can touch our work until it's too late.
Frag the bloody world. Youch. No, my armor. I was living off that. Yoink. And like when you run out of grenades, oh well. My shotgun hits really hard and works really well. I still think the ammo bag version's better because it just lets you spam more freely and not have to worry about it. And I didn't feel I really saved that many points going into armor bags because ammo bags are so cheap, right? Fastest build, 4 plate. Fastest in terms of like DPS. Hell yeah. Hehehe. I love it when she starts giggling and then explodes. My perfect Saturday night. Genuinely, the only problem with this weapon is like trying to control the recoil. Wah. You're about to start Insanity. Is the game not that long? People finish it in one day. The last game I played independently, people always ask me like, "Oh, Nolly, what do you play?" Guys, I got super sick. So sick I was not working. I was basically just stuck on my couch all day. I bought the 03. Best game I've played in a very long time. I've just realised all I need to do is just play Souls-likes. Guaranteed good time for me
Took down the zapper.
and my ape brain. Can't believe they finally launched Payday 3. It was on early access for so long. That was the good ending. Like, if they'd launched in early access, people would have perceived those first few months very differently, and they might not have written the game off for life. Genuinely. How are we feeling? I've not actually had an opportunity to talk about this because I didn't really fancy turning it into a video. But how are we feeling about Den of Wolves, guys? I'm not sure that game's ever going to see the light of day, I'm going to be honest. Genuinely really worried. Elden Ring was about as hard as I could go. Yeah, Elden Ring is easier, but only by virtue of the fact that you can kind of outbuild the game, you know? You don't have to, like, outskill it. And I think that's fine. I think that's actually quite fun. Den of Wolves better see the light of day? Yeah. I hope so. I wish him nothing but the best. I mean, I don't think it's a matter of it coming out and it being bad. I think it's a matter of it... Well, it might come out and not have very much content. I think it's more of an issue of it coming out at all. Yeah, some of the mechanics, we found that. Like, we didn't necessarily find that whilst playing, because we were only playing one mission over and over. So, of course, it was going to be a bit repetitive, but it was certainly a question lots of people asked, which was like, look, your game sounds great for one run, but, like, how do you get people to continue playing it? And Ulf's answer to me was very much like, people will play if they want to, and if they don't want to, that's cool. Like, it's a buy-to-play game, we're chilling. But I'm just not sure that sort of thing hacks it in the market these days. Yeah, I don't know. The games industry in Sweden's kind of imploding, so we just got to be thankful for small mercies we get anything. Ow. Take that. And that. God, you got some crazy speed. Wow, that feels amazing. Oh, I like... Sorry, I'm really pissing about here, but that felt so good. I don't think I'll ever be able to relive that experience of flying through the air with my sociopath bat. I'll be chasing that high for the rest of my life now. Yeah, I would say the game is more balanced. I mean, it's still not particularly difficult, which is a cop problem, right? Even when the cops were ultra tanky, it wasn't that hard. You could just kind of play around the bastards. Indeed. New bat animations. Yeah, they look good. What a way to go. Tencent looks like they're ripping funding out from all sorts. Look what happened to High God. It's like 20 people left at the studio. Spawns? Yeah. I always felt like pre-launch this was the craziest heist in terms of spawns, and with good teams that are getting a lot of kills, you just don't notice it anymore. Not that what I'm doing is impressive, but the frag grenades kind of keep them spawn trapped. Wow. Oh, we landed it.
That cloaker is gone.
Cross map grenades. Maybe he is the GOAT after all. Never apologizing about that, Gangster Dexter. I have apologized profusely for having poor taste. And will continue to do so, probably for the rest of my life. We'll see. I gotta win at some point, right? I gotta get one call right.
The crane's in
At least I didn't say Den of Wolves was gonna launch, huh?
roof.
It's very bright out here, guys. Ah!
Houston's
Den of Wolves blue, comma. Yes, now we're talking.
We ruin Concord while the whole
I'm just seeing nothing but Resi 9 glaze, and I'm not gonna be able to experience it because I'm a little baby boy. I'm just learning the movement tech, guys. That's actually what you do in speedruns. It's like when they blow themselves up with commandos at the start of their runs. It's the equivalent of that, alright? No complaints. Yeah, this build's better with ammo bags, and I thought I'd never say that in my entire life, but here we are. Do I like this mercenary frame, though? It really depends if you have access to armor. Like, if you don't, you're better off with this one. What are you? I don't know. You don't get an extra down. You just get a little bit more in the way of plate regen. It does mean snipers won't strip your armor immediately. But the only way you can guarantee it is with armor bags, and you're not going to necessarily get that. Yeah, I don't know. This build's probably better for soloing, right? You could also run the FSA. I've not tried that yet. Maybe I will. Dirty boy that I am. Game's still around. It's hanging in there. No one's garroted it yet. Many have tried. Should we play DC?
looks like the Palatucci family didn't take the hint. Time to hit them where it hurts the most.
At least you got paid, and that's a positive. Gangster Dexter. That is perjury. Probably. I can't remember the legal term. I didn't get paid. I'm fuming. If I did, I just disappeared off into the sunset. Opportunity missed, man. But yes, maybe I'll make another Payday 2 mod video or something. I will. I actually call for people to send over mods. Taco Bell heist mod? No, I haven't actually. I'll be featuring a few modded heists in that video, so I don't see the point doing them as a separate video again. I just felt like it split the video up and people missed the modded heist one. Oh, Curry didn't make it. When they adding 5-man lobbies? Oh god, no. No, no, no. No, it's not the armored vehicle objective, is it? I paid you with Starbury's money. Yeah. It was dirty, wasn't it?
Hey, we got a guard.
Find a way in
The old laundry approach.
fully loaded transport, and
Going back
we're
now.
gonna drive it right out
I did gift you a key. You gotta keep that silent.
steering device.
I don't take keys for myself, so
Side entrance.
you know there's an element of being bought off there. They'll never forgive me. I'm too fat. I'll never make it inside. MTX store credits in advance of the MTX store edition. Paid me in Payday bucks.
I'm looking to burn some bacon.
All right, take it easy.
It's quite a long bunny hop. Maybe I should start running one plate just so I can really fly.
I need you to tie down civilians to give me something to bargain with.
We're gonna invest in Payday credits.
Container is on its way.
You're gonna have to buy AK bucks. I'm sorry. My homies hate RNG limiting assets. It really is the worst, isn't it? Well, we were first shown this in like a separate little like dev call type thing. Like, yeah, this shit's so cool. Little did we know. The cool assets would just make the game worse.
Focus, people.
Rip there being any armored transports, huh?
They're deploying zappers.
The drill's on it.
So Dragomir is around all over the place. He's done Payday 3 stuff, right? He did the FBI files. Is that what that was called? What the shit was it called? He was also going to be in Do Time to Get Time, but got sick. So Almir ran it instead. But my understanding is he's really good friends with Almir. And so that connection was key to getting him involved as often as he was. Will he be as involved in the future? No idea, but I would guess no. I've not used the FSA in so long, but it's still duh, isn't it? He is the most prevalent live-action figure in Payday 3. That is correct. I mean, he's the only previous actor to return. And it is a matter of accessibility, I would say. He's just the... He lives in Sweden. Always makes it easier. Does Josh Len still live in Sweden? I've got no idea. Release the Dragon Files.
Hostage rescue is on the scene.
That's sadly not what they were teasing, was it? It looked like they might have been teasing a Saw. You miss Eric Etabari? I mean, he went kind of off the deep end with the whole Red Rogue thing. But, I think so much of that was a misunderstanding and Eric didn't have to go nuclear with it.
That's one back.
Certainly made his life very difficult if he ever wanted to be involved again.
That's three.
And the problem was, he was just the face of Dallas, and they obviously went away from that.
5 bags and counting. That's 7 bags. That's 9.
But it was also very obvious, like, he valued the gig really highly as well, which is a good thing. And I think you should generally try and hang on to your actors that have that sort of attitude. Are there any new Twitch drops for the game? No, sadly not. Don't know whether there ever will be again.
We smuggled the remote steering.
No, it was pretty much the role of the community team, and if we don't have much in the way of a community team anymore,
You can find more cash if you're up for it.
Got a hammer.
I actually don't know, like, how does the FSA do? Can't remember. Yeah, Pursuit's definitely better for that specific scenario. Grenades are funky, like that my own grenade shouldn't have been able to kill me from that distance, let's be honest here.
Cops are done playing nice. The assault won't stop until you're dead or in custody.
I think they're rocking a hard place at this stage. I don't think there's any blowing the game up, because they need the game as a source of revenue. And there's no moving on because they don't have the cash in hand to develop a new game. So they're stuck with it, and they're trying to make the best of a bad situation. And we'll see what the March and April updates are like, because they're absolutely essential to the future of the Payday franchise, in my opinion. I think a lot of people don't think the timeline matters all that much, like as long as it comes out. But I think the timeline is as essential as anything.
Just say the word. Get fucking moving.
Anyway, we don't need to retreat the Skills 2.0 was it? Like it was the opportunity? Yeah, I kind of thought it would be. But then some people have bad taste, so that makes it difficult. You know who I'm talking to. And I don't blame the devs for very much at all. I do think it's consistently been key decision makers that's been putting them in difficult positions. And I don't necessarily think there's been any terrible decisions by the current leadership, but like, what are they meant to do? Got to work with the hand they're dealt. Eh. Eh. I love that they're just in utter disbelief at a baseball bat. What are they using? Where'd they get this firepower from?
Killed the shield.
Imagine they take away their overkill weapon, the baseball bat, and pull out the real overkill weapon, the FSA shotgun.
Killed the fuck out of the neighbor. Killed the zapper.
Ow! Pain.
Dead.
Almost there.
I don't even feel particularly bad about using a single plate and getting all my plates back. That's actually like, that's not even false economy. That's great value for money. Uh-oh. Our car seems to be braking. Good sign. Be gone.
Cops are not backing the fuck off anymore. You need to move it.
Uh-oh. We're back. That shit is military grade said at the exact same time. That's incredible, guys. He really synced up.
Putting down ammo.
Wait, I don't have any ammo skills. Whoops. I forgot to change my build. Yeah, the bat feels and looks good now. Not that it didn't look and feel good before, but it does feel better. How many base game maps does it have? I will not be charitable and count smash and grabs. Is it 18? Started with 8. Got the 2 classics. Then we got the 4 DLC heists. That is 14. We got the 4 Stores remake. Diamond District. That's 15. We got the Year 2 heists. All 2 of them. First World Bank. 19. Right? Am I missing one? I think it's 19. I think that's a pretty reasonable count. So this is the worst goddamn objective. And I hate it. What were they thinking? It's like Road Rage, but slower, if you can imagine that. #21 with the smash and grabs, right? Yeah, I don't think you can really count the smash and grabs, because although they have their own unique objectives, they're fundamentally the same heist, right? Certainly not a different map. Something like Breaking Feds counts for Payday 3, smash and grab should count for... I totally disagree, Sorunner. Like, Breaking Feds is such a different heist to Hoxton Breakout. The No Rest clone is just No Rest with a slightly different entrance and simplified approach. I mean, I think they're really I like smash and grabs, to be clear. Like, no issue with the game mode.
Cops will keep coming for you until you're dead or in custody. They're not retreating this time.
Oh, I thought this might electrocute them. Oh, come on. Okay. Complaint rescinded. A baseball bat was in his face. Three regular hits on heavies feels a bit slow. And 7 of them are paid, yeah. True, true.
Transport's coming home with us.
Is it only party powder that's cheap? They obviously didn't have any faith in party powder, did they? If it's the only one they made at a comparatively nominal cost. We're missing the rare painting. Oops.
Cops are not backing the fuck off anymore. You need to move it.
Wasted the zap.
Where?
Down the close.
I found it. He slid.
Took care of the native.
Party powder feels like a reused Overkill's The Walking Dead map. I really do get what you mean by that. I don't think it is, but
That's all the
it's just a very simple map. They didn't,
That's all of it.
they
Every
did not have a lot going on at the time in terms of staff. Everyone was working on Baxter.
You showed off some
Gonna buy Payday 3 the exact moment peer-to-peer is released.
We're a force to be
Yeah, I suppose it does start to future-proof it a bit, which is good.
I think they're going to change their tune after this.
What is going on? Do you think they're going to terminate Payday 2 anytime soon to move players onto Payday 3? No, I mean, they already tried terminating Payday 3. Payday 2, sorry. That game, the reason they had to stop producing stuff for it was that the focus had to be on Payday 3 for loads of reasons, but one of the major ones, right, is that Playon's publishing only Payday 3. They want them to focus on the thing they're publishing on. So once Playon went away, you'll notice that quite quickly Payday 2 started receiving updates again through the sidetrack guys. So there is a logic to it. I really prefer the Persuadent. And also, like, I need to fix this build. It's gone tits up, guys. What is any of this? Oh, there we go. Build fixed. Can't even remember where my other points were. Oh, here. Okay. Yeah, so it looked like that. Beautiful. The build is perfect. Screw it. That's road rage. The only way I can actually see some circles. Hey, Askia, yeah? That Y followed by the J is really throwing me. But thank you, I appreciate that. You too. PP? No chance. I ain't PPing. Payday 2 is getting better updates than Payday 3. I mean, I disagree with you, Saw Runner. I think Payday 2 is getting better updates. They might not be bigger updates, but I think the updates are better thought out. There's more focus to them. I think Payday 3's updates are constantly scatterbrained. They've got there's no sort of plan to them, and that's a product of the fact that they put them into cert ages in advance, and so everything. Oh shit, we're missing Tactical Shark. How will we survive? Sorry, mate, you've carried basically every heist tonight. Very much so will be missed. Should I get this just so I don't have to do the lockpicking minigame? Nah. That'll be fine. I see, I thought I did butcher your name, so I was ready to apologize profusely. I mean, Payday 3 is never gonna not run. Sorry, Payday 2 is never gonna not run. It's not that you can shut it down like Payday 3. But in terms of updates, I think they'll update it as long as it remains immensely profitable, which I assume it is, looking at the finances and obviously I don't know what Sidetrack's being paid, but it can't be as much as a full dev team. So I just think the focus in the Payday 2 updates has been so good. Every single time it's been like, well, this one is aimed at fixing this problem, and that problem. This one's maybe not as focused around gameplay, but here's a bunch of new masks, effectively, because the whole mask customization system has been overhauled. There's always a reason to turn the game back on, right? I don't necessarily think there is with Payday 3. This last update, I mean, look at it. I've genuinely not turned it on till today to stream it. I played it for about 3 to 4 hours before making my video on it, which is why I don't think it's my best update video. Because we just didn't have the time. We got it way too late.
Fucking executed. Keep at it. Okay, hook up the
But there just hasn't been a huge desire to play it, because, like,
will give us access to the
what is there that's totally new that I haven't experienced 100 times before? I like the new movement. That feels pretty nice.
I'm connected, but it'll take a second.
The
There's
coyote English? Coyote time feels pretty good as well. Some of the animations are nice, some less so.
Won't bother us. He's trained to stay in the truck.
I don't think they're playing them minimum wage. I mean, they're basically software devs. They should be paying them pretty reasonably, but it's an outsourced junior team would be the way Starbeats look at it.
Okay, let's get this truck to where we want it. We're gonna move the truck to the ramp on the other side of the construction site. This fucker's hard to
Tactical
corner.
Shark, I really appreciate it, man.
On the
Thanks for
underside.
dropping by.
You need to stay close to the truck, or I'll lose
You
connection
are
and the truck will stop.
doing a ton of heavy lifting for Payday 3 right now, and
Got clearance to bring in natives.
I appreciate that. Because I think that incredibly loyal community deserves someone like you.
Shield is dead.
Bottle you to assume software engineers get paid well these days. Look, I work in finance. My partner's a software engineer. Need I say more? Not bitter. Not bitter.
Grenades and ammo. Pop up, people. Kill the shield.
This is another one of those heists I'm not overly well made for, just because of the snipers.
Over there, sniper.
Oh my god, that's a lot of bullets. Payload drop? You're good, dude. I actually didn't see it. So, you could have not mentioned it, and I would have thought, no worries, man.
Almost there, gang.
It's all good. I do appreciate you coming in and saying you're sorry, but I don't know what you're sorry for. But humility is something that I've had to be very good at. Because I've made many a mistake over the last few years.
Okay, smooth sailing so far. Keep the cops away from the truck so they don't piss in our Cheerios.
Strap the shield.
Don't you piss in my Cheerios.
Be careful, they're deploying
Shield is
pokers.
dead. Nader. Kill the fuck out of the nader. They brought in the goddamn shield.
Which house do you think has the best lines in Payday 3?
Like a glove. Now let's get this thing
Chains is
moving.
kind of a good pick. I always thought that the Wolf lines, especially at launch, were really good.
Weakness in the locking mechanism.
But it's got to be Jacket, right? Like, he's got the most complete set of voice lines. But I get it if you're not huge on the way Jacket is voiced. It is an acquired taste. But I think they genuinely nailed Jacket. If they could have ridden that wave a bit harder, the last year would have been pretty good. But last year was sort of a symptom of the whole Baxter thing and withdrawing funding from Payday 3. That's always been the issue, right? If they'd all end in one direction, they probably would have been better off. Instead, they've kind of hedged their bets, gone back and forth, and so neither game has received the attention it needed. Baxter never had the direction it needed to release. Payday 3's never had the focus it needed to really pull itself up by its bootstraps.
Sniper, watch out. Kill the fucking
You know, to a certain extent, this is always how I felt when I was like at school and making YouTube content. Like I felt like I could never focus on both, and I I always tried to maintain both. Nothing ever got the priority it needed. It's difficult. I think sometimes you just have to say, look, I'm going to full send this one thing. Which, to be perfectly honest, is how I've been approaching my job recently, because
Into the loot chute. We have people ready to take care of them.
I actually one of the few people who quite enjoy working,
One bag and counting.
and making loads of Payday content has just not been good for anyone. Me, my mental health, anyone watching my videos.
3 bags.
Look at me now, yeah, changed man.
Cloaker is
And now I'm shit at Smite as well.
More cops on the way. They're in 30 seconds. That's 5.
Wait, I didn't do any lockpicking minigames. I'll never get practice. I'll always be bad.
That's 6 bags.
Just spam F, but like you can hit the red thing, right?
8 bags and counting. That's all of it. Let's get out of here.
Genuinely, when I tried spamming F when I was recording, I was getting set back to like square one. It's like the most pathetic attempt at lockpicking you've ever seen. Get on the Smite grind, it's what the fans want.
Come on, this way.
Get involved with the pro scene.
Spotted a sniper.
When's Nationals, huh?
Killed the fucking sniper.
Oh yeah, that is true. Assassin did used to be... Assassin did used to force everyone to run suppressors. I forgot about that weird quirk of it. Coming in hot.
Okay, grab the ropes
Oop,
and hold
okay,
this and
oop,
propel
yeah.
them to the ground.
Payday 3 things.
Woohoo! That's a mad score. Fantastic work, gang. That's
I'm not
exactly
queuing North America. I can't handle that. I can't handle the ping. I mean, that was one of the things, right? Like, I had to plan for a life where Payday no longer existed, unfortunately. And it's like Payday 2 has a similar issue. I mean, it used to have an even worse issue back when suppressors gave you damage. I'm washed? Yeah, probably. Old man problem. I'm in my 29th year, guys. The big 3-0 is on the horizon. This reaction time is never getting any faster. Anyway, I've cheered up. Thank you so much, guys. Grandpa Gaming. Yeah. The oldest man in Payday. It's been a really fun stream, actually. I've not streamed in, like... Well, since sometime in January. That's basically just because I've been busy. I'm working on a big Payday 2 project at the moment. But as I'm always doing something. My approach at the moment really is to try and cover the 2 updates that come out every month. And then follow that up with a 3rd, more interesting video. February's just a short month, so I'm going to miss the deadline. But maybe we'll get 2 in March. Cover some Payday 2 mods and things like that. Anyway. You're getting auto-modded? Yeah, you need to stop saying these horrible things. Glad there's a link on the main menu to buy a Teddy Moo. I don't think those have been sent out yet, so we cannot talk on the quality of the Teddy Moos. Something needs to be done to revitalize the Payday creator scene. You're just going to have to encourage people to start making nudie mods, mate. It's the only way. Somehow you have to make it easier for us. Update 20 cheers you up. I'm actually quite looking forward to Update 20. I think from the... I really like the video with... what was his name? Alexi? Alex... I can't remember his name. Lovely fellow, though. I've never met him, so he must be... Either I've just never met him or he's relatively new. But he has a kind of cute personality. Pretty good camera presence. It was good. I really enjoyed that. I felt I'd released a really miserable video that day and watched that video and thought, God damn it. Andre's sweet. Yeah, the assault banner, the RPK, the Khan for some reason. What a random revolver. I wonder if there is some value in bringing back that game cycle. Maybe there's some sort of asset transfer, but these are diesel-made weapons, so I don't really see how that's going to help. But yeah, the RPK, I don't understand why that wasn't. Remember when they released the Mask of the Week not the Mask of the Week, the Mask Mania, Jesus. That also feels like it happened a lifetime ago. They should have just given us the RPK at the same time. You can't just tease people with content like that for so long. The current weapon list it's pretty anemic for how old the game is. Yeah, but Andre did very well hosting that. I look forward to seeing more. We and Starbreeze have got this. I mean, it's all on Starbreeze. I'm not taking any responsibility. Yeah, you can. You can. You're holding us up. Your builds, and I like that you made an achievement video as well recently. I think low-key, I'll say this to any Payday creators, achievements are like the gold mine for Payday content creation. All my friends who've made achievement videos, they've always done well. People love them, especially in Payday 2. Payday 3 just doesn't have the same achievement scene, unfortunately. There just aren't as many. Anyway, you're like half the game design team. Nah, I'm not taking that. I push back over that. I had a decent relationship with a few people at the studio and gave some suggestions, and always answered feedback questionnaires. I don't do it anymore. I've been put off. This is like the boy who cried wolf type thing. I've been told off so many times. People didn't like my ammo funnel take. People didn't like my armor take, even though I think they actually did, and they were just confused about it. I'm just not doing it anymore. I'm keeping my mouth closed, and whatever happens, happens. I'm not taking the flag. All right, 3,000 more achievements to Payday 2. Please, Zealotron, please. I need this. I need this. That's like a 200k view video in the bank, man. Rent is due. More meaningful achievement names. It's actually a good point. Yeah, I mean, plenty of the Payday 2 ones were co-op. It's just people sort of found a way. And then they made the bots so powerful in Payday 2 that it wasn't really necessary anymore. Like, just some, like, difficulty achievements, things like that. I guess you'd probably have to add another difficulty. You have to add Death Wish to really make him challenging. But, yeah, I don't know if that many of you were around playing Payday 2 at the time when, like, the Death Wish mask released. But, like, that was such a proper slog. There weren't even that many heists in the game, but it felt like such a challenge to unlock. I remember because I needed it for Mask of the Day. I was like, holy shit, how am I going to do this? And we've just never had anything like that with Payday 2, unfortunately. Anyway, guys, it's bedtime. It's not, it's a Saturday. We're going wild tonight, but it's almost 11 o'clock. Maybe I'll get Resident Evil 9 and shit myself. Anyway. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll leave you with that thought. Take care, and I'll try and stream again sooner rather than later. I just need the guys to push out the content. Bye-bye.